If you are struggling to take action or feeling anxious, or if you are feeling unfulfilled in your career, watch this video where I'm going to explain everything you need to know about the planet that is behind this all, which is Mars. Specifically, in this video, I'm talking about what it means to have your natal Mars in the sign of Cancer. Hello and welcome back to the Be the Hero channel. My name is Isabelle and I help you understand who you are using personality typing and astrology, because I was the kind of person who did not understand themselves for way too long. And then I discovered these personality systems like the Enneagram, Myers-Briggs, my birth chart, and for the first time in my life, everything about myself made sense. I knew who I was and I knew what my desires were, and I knew how I can best take action based off of Mars, which is why I'm here today to talk to you about what it means to have your Mars in the sign of Cancer in your birth chart. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Mars, don't worry, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about this planet and this specific placement in this video. Now, before I get too far, hit the link in the description below to get your very own My Horoscope Made Me Do It hoodie so that we can be twinning and matching and be so cute. My Horoscope Made Me Do It hoodie is in the link in the description below. Get yours now. So, Mars in Cancer is a very specific aspect that you have in your chart based off of your time and day of birth. What does that exactly mean though? Mars is the planet of action. It shows our physical vitality and how we like to move. I just finished covering up a series on Mercury through the signs, and Mercury is about the brain. It indicates how we perceive reality. It shows us how we process information. It shows us what information in our reality we tend to see first, and it shows us how we communicate that back to the world. So Mercury is all about the mind. Mars, on the other hand, is about just the physical body. Mars can show us where we hold literal physical strength based off of the placement of what sign it's in, but it also shows us how we like to take action. Because some people do better taking massive imperfect action. They're bold, they're blunt, they're brave. Some people need to move slow. Some people have so much mental energy that they need to channel physically. That is all based off of the sign your Mars is in. So with a Mars in Cancer, you're going to have specific physical strengths and talents, and there's going to be a specific way that you need to move through life and take action. Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac. It's the first water sign that we interact with in the astrology wheel, because we kind of move through the zodiac archetypes as if they're steps in a journey, reflecting the hero's journey if you're familiar with that phrase. So first we start at Aries, the initiator, then move to Taurus, then Gemini, and then we get to Cancer. So what this represents in astrology is the first time experiencing emotion, experiencing nurturance, experiencing care. And this is usually through more maternal, familial emotions. So Cancer is the archetype of the mother. It represents the kind of emotional support and stability that comes through a more familial realm. It represents feeling cared for, protected, nurturing. People who have strong Cancer traits tend to be very emotionally sensitive people. And Cancer doesn't nurture by being selfless in a sense. They first become aware of their own emotions. So when we have strong Cancer energy, we become very aware of our own emotions, and we try to give to other people and protect them because it provides us a sense of joy to give to them, to protect them. So what does it mean to have Mars in the sign of Cancer? Mars in Cancer is a very interesting aspect because each planet rules over a different zodiac sign. They act as if they are the parent of that zodiac sign. And this can show us how there's general characteristics and traits associated with each planet. As an example, the moon is associated with Cancer. It is the parent of the Cancer zodiac sign. And we know that the moon represents emotion and our nurturance. So there's a very gentle energy associated with that planet. But Mars rules over Aries, and Mars again reflects the god of war. Aries is also the god of war. So there's this very strong, assertive, aggressive energy associated with the planet of Mars. When Mars is in Aries, these people are bold, brave, ready to attack, so to say. But when Mars, this aggressive planet that is generally masculine energy and strength and vitality, is in the sign of the emotional feminine Cancer, it almost seems as if it's a bit of a paradox. This masculine energy is now in a feminine sign, and so their way of taking action is through very feminine yin means, so to say. Cancer is not necessarily a yin archetype, as each zodiac sign has a yin or a yang, but there's generally a feminine energy associated with Mars in Cancer, and I'll break down what that means more in detail right now. The most prominent trait someone was going to have if they have Mars in the sign of Cancer is their self-protective tendency. Cancer is represented by the crab, and the reason for this is to represent how Cancer energy, the Cancer archetype, moves through life in a very indirect fashion, side to side, and covered in a hard shell to protect their soft interior. So people with a Mars in Cancer take this self-protected, indirect approach to their actions into life. People who have a Mars in Cancer, probably depending on what your other placements are, often feel like they have to do things in this most indirect and almost impulsive way, where they're deciding on the whim of the moment what their emotions say they need to do. Mars in Cancer is driven by emotion. Now, there are four elements in astrology, obviously: water, earth, fire, and air. And these represent different areas of our lives that we all need. Earth is stability, fire is passion, air is intellect, and water is emotion. And knowing the element that your Mars is in tells you what drives your actions. So if you had a Mars in Leo, you're driven by passion. If you have a Mars in Virgo, you're driven by material security. With a Mars in Cancer, the drive behind all your actions is your emotions. So it is highly important that if you have a Mars in Cancer, look at the sign your moon is in, because that's going to show you what's going to be the backbone behind how you take action. You're going to be driven by whatever emotional desire you have based off the sign your moon is in. I have a whole series on our channel covering the moon through the signs that you can check out later on the channel. But back to the Mars in Cancer, these people are generally going to be driven by their emotions. They are seeking a sense of emotional stability, as that is what Cancer represents. Cancer is not just emotional thrill like Scorpio or emotional deep connection to the 5D like Pisces. They're looking for a sense of home in everything they do. So people with a Mars in Cancer are the kind of people who can almost appear indecisive at times, or reluctant, or resistant to change, discomfort, or to making decisions, because they're first and foremost seeking a sense of stability in everything they do. Their priority is making sure that they are safe. They want to make sure that they feel nurtured. Because Mars in Cancer is driven by their emotions, these people who have this placement can be labeled moody at times, because they're always going to act off of what they feel. And again, depending on the sign your moon is in will change how stable your emotions are. If you have a moon in an earth sign like Taurus, you're probably going to be a little more stable and this moodiness won't show as much. But if you have a Mars or a moon in Aries, or a moon in Cancer, or a moon in Scorpio, you're going to seem extremely irritable and interchanging at all times. People are going to think you're always changing your mood and always changing your decision based off of that. Body compassing is probably one of the biggest ways that Mars in Cancer makes a decision, because wherever we have Cancer in our chart, we become highly aware of what we feel. Our feelings are our biggest priority, and feeling nurtured is our biggest priority. So when Mars, the planet of action, that dictates how we take action, is in the sign of Cancer, these people tend to go, how is this going to make me feel? That is their first and foremost question that they ask themselves in everything they do, whether it's what they're getting to drink at the coffee shop, what career path they choose, all these things, that all these decisions that they have to make. It first goes through the lens of, when it comes to taking action, they have to think, how is this making me feel? Mars is also more of a reactive planet because it has to do with our action. So you might not see this behavior until it is after the moment of making the decision. These people might feel a lot of remorse at times or regret because they think, oh, I don't know for sure if I made the right decision. I feel feelings of guilt. I don't know if I chose the right path, etc. Mercury can also be a huge factor for these people because it's going to show how you think through your decision before your Mars in Cancer reacts to it. But overall, Mars in Cancer, your biggest thing for you is going to be this protective tendency. When people talk to you, they might feel as if you're being protective of yourself. They might wonder why you seem so defensive. And this is not that you necessarily try to appear closed-minded, defensive, overly protective, or even maybe sensitive, but it's just that it's your natural tendency to protect yourself as Mars is in the sign of the Crab. Mars in Cancer doesn't just want to nurture themselves though. They also want to nurture everyone else. And this is just a tendency that comes up wherever we have Cancer in our chart. We first go, I need to take care of myself. Am I nurtured? And then once this Cancer placement reaches the state of, oh, I'm nurturing myself, then they go, okay, let me go give and nurture other people, because no one knows quite like a Cancer placement how to make someone feel nurtured, protected, cared for, and at home. So for Mars in Cancer, they're going to move through life first thinking, how can I take care of myself? And assuming that their life gets to that point, maybe they're in a stable job, they've taken care of their physical needs, have practiced self-care, have maintained connections, etc., then they're going to become the most nurturing and caring people you have ever met. If you need to have someone in your corner, Mars in Cancer is the person you need, because Mars in Cancer will protect you to the very end. These people are caring people, nurturing people, kind people who truly, in the end, want to use their physical strength and vitality to protect themselves and other people. They want to make sure that everyone feels safe, including themselves. They want to make sure that everyone feels at home. The worst thing to these people is seeing people be unprotected, feeling emotionally distraught, and the same goes towards themselves. They hate feeling emotionally distraught. They want to feel a sense of harmony and connection at all times. Cancer is also a cardinal sign. Now, there are 3 modalities within the zodiac wheel. There's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And these 3 modalities represent what kind of mindset each of the zodiac signs have. It's like their role within the community or role within the zodiac wheel. So zodiac signs that are in the cardinal modality are initiators of thought to some degree. They're initiating some new idea, and they want to lead the way and not be controlled. So Cancer, as a cardinal sign, is someone who doesn't like to be controlled. So when applied to being a Mars in Cancer, these people hate indecisiveness and indifference from other people. They want to just know what the limitations are, what the plan is, what the rules are, etc., and work off of that. They don't want this wishy-washy behavior regardless of being a water sign. This is the unique part of the Cancer archetype, is that while they're this emotionally sensitive person, they're also very protected and strong and protective. So they want to make sure they are in control and protected at all times. They have their guard up to protect that very gentle emotional softness. So on the note of Cancer being a cardinal sign, people with a Mars in Cancer might struggle in their career if they feel like they don't have clear direction or clear rules set by their co-workers or bosses. These people want to be able to work autonomously and at their own rate, in which they can make sure that they are managing their own inner resources well. And these people can have some nurturing qualities, so careers where they get to be nurturing to other people might be greatly beneficial for them. And at the same time, it's not that you necessarily have to be a therapist or a psychologist or a nurse to fulfill your Mars in Cancer. You might just need to do more of a career where you get to work at your own nurturing pace. Things that help you stay in your physical body in a state of harmony will do well for you. And when it comes to taking action, Mars in Cancer, know that you're gonna move and act with your moods. So pay attention to your mood swings, as we all have them, and decide what are the causes of your highs and lows. Try to pay attention to if you have any triggers that lead you down certain paths, and when you're feeling upset or distraught, what is your natural tendency? Do you go into self-protected mode where you avoid all responsibilities and don't nurture yourself and instead just become a couch potato? This might be true for you, this might not. It's all just words of advice to use to notice your own behavior. Mars in Cancer can be expressed in many different ways. So just noticing which ones resonate for you and notice how you can use them to your benefit to live in alignment with your chart. Overall, Mars in Cancer, you will always want to protect yourself. You always want to feel nurtured. You want to move with your emotions, so flow with them. And you want to give and protect other people. So let that protective, caring nature come out once you've taken care of yourself. If this video helped you understand what it means to have your Mars in the sign of Cancer, let me know in the comments below and let me know what else I missed about this placement. While you're down there, grab my free birth chart workbook where I help you understand the basics of your chart using journal prompts. These are journal prompts that I've personally used to understand my own chart and actually apply it to my life so that I can live in alignment with my soul's unique energetic imprint. So if you want to learn how to actually apply your astrology and live in alignment with your Mars, your moon, your sun, and so much more, get the free birth chart workbook in the link in the description below right now. It takes you less than probably 15 minutes to do the whole workbook. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos covering Mars through the signs. Check out the rest of our channel for more videos breaking down astrology, and let me know in the comments below what you want to hear about next. Once again, my name is Isabelle. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and from my heart to yours, namaste.